Okay, today I'm going to be sharing a recipe for Easter or spring, or really good anytime, but especially Easter and springtime. It makes me think of this recipe. It's called Hummingbird Cake, and it's one of my dad's, if not his most favorite dessert or cake. So what you're going to need, and I will have the ingredients and the recipe linked in the description box, is 2 bananas, baking powder, black walnuts or pecans. I'm using black walnuts in this one. Crushed pineapple, 3 eggs, brown sugar, baking soda, vegetable oil, vanilla, cinnamon, sugar, and all-purpose flour. Now this is your ingredients for the cake, and after we get this put together and in the oven, I will show you how to put together the frosting. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is put in our dry ingredients. We're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. That's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. One teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1 cup of brown sugar. A friend of mine told me to keep bread in my brown sugar to keep it moist. Seems to be working because that bread's hard as a rock, and guess what? My sugar is not. So thank you, Miss Katie, for that tip. Let's see. Yeah, this is 1 cup. 1 cup of brown sugar. Put our bread back in there. And for our granulated sugar, we're going to need 2 cups. I just bought this because I typically do not keep flour and sugar on hand, but I knew I was going to be doing some recipes, so I did get this for it. So 2 cups of granulated sugar, that's 1. And 2. Our dry ingredients are going right in this big bowl. Trying to break up some of those lumps. I always start cleaning or cooking with clean hands. I cook with my hands all the time. God gave them to us to use. My mom always said the best tools you got in the kitchen's your hands, right at the ends of your arms. Okay, we're going to set it aside. We've got our other bowl, and we're going to put in 2 bananas. Now, they want them to be very ripe. Mine was not, and they didn't have any at the store that was very ripe. But I've seen somewhere where you can put them in the microwave and ripen them that way. So that's what I did. Hopefully it works. So there's 1. Here's the other one. And you can tell it did develop those sugars. I was afraid that it would catch on fire. I didn't know how long to leave it in there for. I did it about 2 minutes. So let's mash our bananas up. Let me know, have you ever made a hummingbird cake? They are people that make these and sell them for like 75 bucks. No joke. And I don't know, are they worth it? I think I paid quite a bit for the first one I got for my daddy because I was very intimidated, but I don't think it's that hard, really. Okay, so there's our bananas mashed up good. We are now going to put in, let's see, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to eyeball it. Okay. And our crushed pineapples, 8 ounces, and they need to be drained. So I'm going to do that. If you don't drain them, your cake will be too wet and too dense. This is the best little handy thing ever was. Put it down there. Pour a pineapple right over top. And we're going to take a spoon and just squeeze that liquid out. Okay. And there's our pineapple. Drop it right in. And there's our pineapple juice. We'll set it to the side. All right. Now we're going to add 3 eggs. 3 whole eggs. 1. 2. And 3. Mix that up really well. Let me check my recipe over, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oil. 1 cup of oil. Thank goodness, that would have been a disaster. So 1 cup of vegetable oil. That's why I like to sit by ingredients to the side as I measure them. I know that I've already used them. That would have been disastrous. So 1 cup of oil. Okay. Bananas, pineapple, vanilla, eggs, salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. So that technically goes in the dry ingredients, so we'll do that. Now we're going to pour our wet right over into our dry. This is going to be a big old thick cake, it looks like. Let's stir it up here and get it mixed well together, and then we'll add our walnuts. And it says do not overmix or it will be too dense. Alright, and now we're going to do 1 cup of black walnuts, which are my daddy's favorite. And my mommy's. The rest of the bag. That's perfect. And I keep my nuts in the freezer because nuts can go rancid, which means they go bad. Because they have oils, natural oils, they will go rancid if you don't keep them in the freezer. So I just keep mine in the freezer. Okay, oh my gosh. That smells heavenly. All right, let's put it in our pan. Now, I love to put mine in a layered cake pan, but honestly, I think it's so heavy and big, and I've got a wall oven. My oven's not that big. I don't know how I've cooked all these years for all my kids and family, but I managed. But I'm going to do it in a 9x13 pan, and I think it'll be just fine. And we're going to pour all that right in there. Grease it really well. See there in the bottom? Get that part mixed up good. You want to make sure you get it mixed up good. Really well. All right. go. And it actually fits fine in there. I thought it might be too much cake, but I don't believe it is. All right, we're going to put it in the oven for 42 to 45 minutes. We'll check it before we get it out to make sure it's done, and then we'll put our frosting together. It has to cool completely before we frost it as well. Stay tuned and I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll do a taste test. If you're enjoying this video, just go ahead and hit that thumbs up or like button for me. It really helps me out. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that, and hang out with me. Okay, our cake just came out of the oven. I did test it and it came out clean. It baked on 350 for 42 minutes exactly. So it has to cool completely before we put the frosting on. But we're going to turn around and make this frosting, and it's going to be very simple. Okay, we're going to make our frosting for this cake. You're going to need 3½ cups of powdered sugar, a half a stick of butter softened, and a 8-ounce cream cheese softened. These are still not softened, so I'm going to soften them up in the microwave. Okay, so I think that's softened enough. Let me... Somebody said, don't bang on the side of the bowl. Do this, do that. All right, let's beat our cream cheese and butter. And then we'll add our... Let's add a little bit at a time. Oh, I'm not a bit too much that time. Scrape down the bowl. Check it. Now, it didn't say to put any vanilla flavoring in it, but I'm going to taste it and see what it tastes like. And if I think it needs it, I'm going to put it in there. What do you think? I'm going to put a little bit. Let's put just about a teaspoon. It said to whip it for a couple extra minutes to get it a little bit more firm. So let's do that. Now let's stir it up. It looks like it's mixed up really well. We're still letting our cake cool completely before we frost it. Let's taste it. Perfect. And it's good and creamy. This is going to be great. All right, I'll meet you back here when the cake's cooled. We'll frost it and do a taste test. All right, it is time to frost the cake. Listen, that's got a big divot in it, and I don't know why, because it was completely done, and it was not like that when I got it out. Tell me why if you know in the comments. Our cream cheese frosting is going right on there. Oh man, this looks good. My daddy is so excited about this cake. I made him dinner today, and he's like, when's the cake going to be done? So I'm going to take him some and visit with him while he enjoys his cake. I think he'll eat it tonight. Who knows with that one? You'll take him something to eat, and he'll eat it the next day. He can't eat a lot, though. All right. All right. Well, there is our cake. Well, guys, Chad was laying in the bed watching TV. So I'm going to do a taste test for us. Okay. I like the corner piece. Do you like the corner piece? Hopefully this will come out good. I hope so. Oops. Flipped over a little bit on me. Look at there. I think it's very similar to carrot cake, but it don't have carrots. You know, it's got the pineapple. It's got the banana. I don't know why they call it a hummingbird cake. I have no idea why. I love the cream cheese frosting, though. Let's try a bite. It's really good. Y'all, I look a mess. I've been cooking all day, filming all day, and I still have to edit. That crust is real crunchy. Almost like it's caramelized. It's delicious. You can taste that banana and pineapple, very subtle. It's great. I hope you all make this. Thank you for watching, hanging out with me today. If you don't care to hit that subscribe button, I would love for you to hang out with me and stay a while. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.